Hi everyone, welcome to how to create free comic strips. Today I'm going to talk about some ways that you can use comic strips to increase proficiency in your world English classroom with your students. I'm going to be talking about some ideas on how to use comic strips, some ways you can use it. I'm also going to be showing you step-by-step how to create your own comic strips for free. And I'm going to be giving away some free comic strip templates, so be sure to check the link in the description after the training so that you can grab your free templates. All right, so that's what we're going to be covering today. If you know of any of your teacher friends that would be interested in this, I know a lot of people showed a lot of interest. Make sure you tag them, share this with them, let them know we are live. That way, if they have any questions, they can ask them during the live. All right. By the way, I'm Rachel Lucas. I am the founder of tech4worldlanguageteachers.com and the Facebook group Tech for World Language Teachers. I'm a Spanish teacher and an education technology coach. I help teachers learn how to use technology in their world language classrooms. If you have any questions at any time, make sure you ask in the comments. I will be checking the comments. So even if you're watching the replay and you do not get to see this live, you can still ask your questions in the comment. I will go back and check for the next 48 hours. So any questions, ask in the comments. And of course, share this with your teacher friends. So tag your teacher friends, let them know we are here live. And even after the live, feel free to share this with your teacher friends. And of course, if you would like to be notified of when I do more live trainings like these, please make sure you like and subscribe. That way you can get notified of when I do live trainings. I do live trainings every Tuesday here on Facebook, and I also do free webinars. So be sure to like and subscribe so you can get notified. And I would like to invite you to our awesome Facebook group, Tech for World Language Teachers. We have over 2,000 wonderful world language educators. It's such a wonderful, supportive community. It's a great place to get ideas and share resources. So if you're not a part of our Facebook group yet, I would love to invite you. Come on over. We'd love for you to join us. Okay, so let's get started talking about why should we use comic strips in the classroom. So let's talk about some benefits. So the benefits of comic strips in the world language classroom are that, number one, it promotes use of the target language. It helps to put the vocabulary in context for the students. It's also a great way to practice vocabulary and grammar. And it also allows students to be creative in a fun way. So here's an example of how to use your comic strips. So you can have students fill in the blanks, so they can look at a scene and have to come up with a conversation in the target language. So if you're a French teacher, you would have them come up with a restaurant scene right here, or if you're a Spanish teacher, whatever target language you happen to be teaching. So it's a great way also to have students collaborate, discuss what's going on in the scene, and come up with a dialogue. So great way for collaboration and practice of the target language. Another idea is to do like a jigsaw, where you can take and you can print out the comic strip and then cut it up and have the students put it back together. So they would have to put the pieces in order. So you can have the students can do this individually, or they can do this as a group or as a pair and work together and collaborate, discuss which scene goes first, etc. So it's another great idea. Then another idea is sequencing and prediction. So you can have them look at a scene and have them predict what's going to happen next and write that out. So it's a great way for them to make inferences as well. So those are some ideas for how to use comic strips. So let me ask you, do you like using comic strips? Those of you that are live, let me know in the comments. Do you use comic strips? Do you like it? What are some ways that you use them? So let's see in the comments. I'm checking. Let's see. Oops, sorry. You can hear me live. Okay, sorry, I forgot to mute myself. Okay, so I got 2 comments. I'm trying to see my comments here. All right, for some reason I can't read the comments right now, but I will go back and check them. All right, so I'll look at those later. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the problem with comic strips. So the number one problem that I've seen is that they can be expensive. There are some great programs out there like Storyboard That and Pixton. However, they can be a pricey solution. For instance, in my case, I have a lot of students. I have about 300 students, and I average about 50 students per class. So when I was looking into a solution, I found that that just wasn't going to work for me. So I started looking for ways that I could use do it for free. So that's what we're going to talk about right now. So how can you do your own comic strips for free? Well, I love to use Google Slides. It is great for doing that. Okay, I'm seeing some comments now. So Lydia says she usually makes her students create final projects, comics book. Excellent, yes. Summarize the story. Valerie, see some great ways to use for your students. Sin says that she uses it with her 7th graders to talk about classes and their schedule. These are all great. Terry's like 50 students per class. Wow. Yes, I know, crazy. And then Natasha says she uses it in Spanish class, very interactive activities. Great. So now I can see the comments. Yay. So anyway, yes. So it's a great way, you guys. And I use Google Slides, and I'm going to show you right now exactly how to create your own comic strips with Google Slides for free. So let's go ahead. And first of all, I'm going to show you how you can create. Let me show you. You can create comic strips like these right here. These are some examples. And by the way, you will get these templates today. I have the link in the description. So you will get this example right here. You will get this template, this one, and this one. And also, if you like the slides presentation, I'm using, I also will include that in the what do you call it, templates. So anyway, let me show you how to create your own comic strips. So we're going to go to Google Drive, and we're going to create new, and we're going to say slides. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this because I don't need it. So I'm going to get rid of these 2 things. Now let me show you how easy this is. You're going to be like, what? I can't believe it's that easy. So go to Insert, and then you're going to go to Table, and here you have the option to insert the number of squares that you want. So let's say you want 3 or 6, you just pick them right there. I'm going to choose 2 for this example. So notice how easy that was, and all I do to drag it is move this around, and that's it. Okay, now you can change the shape of this if you want. They don't have to be perfect. For the templates, I just left them very generic, so you guys can play around and you can do whatever with them. So anyway, you can play around with this however you want. Let's say you want to make the border a little bit darker. You basically click on it, and you can come to these right here and change the weight. And notice it changed everything. You can also change the color if you want. You can go to here, and you would just pick whatever color. I'm going to leave mine the same. Now I'm going to change the background color of my the slides, because you can also change the background color. So I just hit background, and I'm going to come and pick a color. Let me pick this one, and see how already I'm doing this. So, and if you want to move this around, you can. So now let me show you how you can add an image. So you can go to Insert again, and you can upload an image from your computer, Google Drive, any of these options, or you can search the web. So let's say I want to have a dancing girl, maybe a comic dancing girl, something like that. Right? I just click on it. I'm going to pick this one right here, and I'm going to click on Insert. Now, the one thing I will say is just be careful when you're telling your students, just be careful what kind that, copyrights and all that. For this example, we're just going to go with it. Now, you can go ahead and make this smaller. All right, and I'm going to put this in here. All right. And let's say I want them to practice their vocabulary. Maybe we're doing verbs and action words, and I want them to practice, the verb bailar and labeling. So what you do is you come in here and you click Insert, and I'm going to go to Shape, and I'm going to pick this little one right here and drag it. And I'm going to type in, I'm going to go back to Insert, and I'm going to do a text box. I'm going to come over here, drag it, and I'm going to type in my word, my verb, bailar, and I can highlight it, and I can make it bigger if I want. I'll make it 18 points. I can also move this around. Let's say I'm not happy with the location. I can move it around. Okay. Again, if I still think that's too small, I can make it bigger. I'll highlight it. I'll make it a little bigger, maybe 24 points, and move it some more. So yeah, you can do that. If you want to change the background color, you can as well. You just click the little paint bucket, and maybe you want to make it blue. There you go. So notice how it's starting to take shape. Now, maybe you want it to have where they have a caption, like if the like they're speaking. So let me show you how to do that. So you're going to come to Insert, and you're going to click on Shape. Then you're going to go to Callouts. And I like this one right here. So I'm going to click on that one. And again, I'm just going to drag it. And you can make it as big as you want. And if I think like she's still too big, I can drag her down again. And maybe I can make this bigger. Maybe I want this to take more of a center stage. And then maybe I want to insert another text box here. And I want to have her say something like, I like to dance. Me gusta bailar. So here we go. And so notice how it's just, you can just play around with it and be as creative as you want. And students love this because they get to not only express and practice their vocabulary, but they can be as creative as they want. Let's try to do something on this scene right here. Maybe we'll want to do someone who's singing. Okay, so let's go back to Insert. And we're going to do search on the web. And I'm going to say to sing. Maybe comic. Let's see if I can find something. Or to sing clip art. Those are usually, all right, again, I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm just going to click on the first one. All right, so obviously he's too big. So we're going to drag this down. And we're going to put him in here. And maybe you can put him on the left there. Okay. So now let's go ahead and insert a text box. Actually, just do a shape first. And I'm going to insert a text box so I can write over it. And I'm going to say, to sing, cantar. I'm going to make it bigger. I think my other one, I made it 24 or something like that. Okay, and that's it, you guys. It's really that simple for the students to kind of play around. Now, obviously, you can do a better job and get as creative as you want with that. But that's really all there is to making free comic strips with your students with Google Slides. So again, before I go ahead and talk about questions, let's see. Oh, hold on, there's a question. Lydia says, when using callouts, you can simply start by typing it and it will work. Excellent. Thanks. So great tip. So yeah, it's really, and you can see, I mean, it's kind of cute. The students love to have fun with it. And again, in the link of the description, you will get these examples so that you can maybe, when you're assigning it, this is something my students and I are currently working on. So you can give the students the template and say, hey, you guys, this is what your, this is an example of what your template could be. Make sure you put your name on there. And then you can maybe walk them through how to do it. And then for them to submit it, they can upload it to Google Classroom, email it to you. I actually have mine upload theirs to Seesaw. You can download it as a PDF. Let me show you how to let me show you how to do that. So where is my slide? Okay, so let me give you some options for how to share this. So your students can share this with you. Well, let's give it a title first. That way we don't get confused. Sample. All right, so your students can share this with you by getting this shareable link, okay? They can also, which is what I have them do so that they can upload it to Seesaw. You can go to File, and then you're going to go to Download As, and you can download as a PNG image, and it will just do the current slide. So that's an option. The other thing is you can publish to the web. Let's say you want to, put this like on a website to show, kind of like showcase your students' work. You can go ahead and publish to the web, and you can embed it, and then start. You can do that, and then say publish. And it would give you the code, and then you would take this code and embed it on your class website, and it would have it on there. So like if you wanted to show, kind of have an example, like I have a classroom website with students, examples of student work. So yeah, those are some options for your students to share. I'm gonna check the comments. Pam says, what app? This is Google Slides. Oh, I'm not sure. So Pam, I'm not sure why you're having an issue watching, but this is a Facebook Live, so the replay will be automatically on Facebook, okay? So yeah, so remember guys, so you're gonna get this examples that you can use with your students. You'll get these ready-made templates that the students can adjust. We got the 3, the 6, and the 9, so you can kind of do whatever. You'll also get the templates. You're going to get the presentation. If you like the style of this presentation, you'll also get these templates that you can use and create presentations with your students as well. All right, so I'm going to pause there, and I'm going to see if there are any questions. And remember that if you have questions, if for some reason I did not see your question live, remember that you can still ask questions in the comment. I will go and view the questions for the next 48 hours. I'll keep checking in to see if there are any questions. How can you share it with you on the web? So how can you like share it? Like, well, you have a couple options. So let me go back. So let me go to my sample. So yeah, if you want to share it, you click on share, and you can click the link. Okay, and anybody with the link can see it. If you want to publish it to the web, like put it on a website, with the code, you're going to go to File, and you're going to go to Publish to the Web, and you are going to get the embed code, then copy and paste it, and put it. If you want to stop publishing to the web, you would hit stop publishing. So yeah, hopefully that answered your question. I hope that's what you meant. Oh, my pleasure. Yeah. So again, any questions, guys, remember to check, to ask in the comments. I will go ahead and keep checking. So that is pretty much it, guys. Thanks so much for coming on live here and watching. Again, if you found this useful, please like, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll get notified of when I go live. I go live usually every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and I also do free webinar training, so that way you'll know when I do my next webinar training. By the way, any trainings that you think we should be doing in the future, any suggestions, please put them in the comment. That way, depending on what the need is, that helps me to decide what to do, what kinds of trainings to do in the future. Oh, my pleasure. So guys, remember to grab your free comment strip templates. The link is in the description. So make sure you grab that. And again, share this with any teacher friends that you think might benefit from this. Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Bye.